Hey, Dani K coming to you from Dani K Gym and Wellness. Today's tip comes to you from Lori. She is a member here at Dani K Gym and Wellness. She did it actually through this cool app called Marco Polo. If y'all ever heard of that, it's really, really cool. So if you haven't, go check it out. It's cool. So she communicated to me, and she allowed me to use this as a tip, tag her. I tagged her in it and all that stuff. So she has some knee issues. She's our age-ish, so as we get older, our knees and joints, and especially from a lot of wear and tear and running and working out. Well, she's a runner. She just did, I think it's a 10K, like the Bay Bridge thing. I think that's what she said she did. So it was a 10K, so it's 6 point something miles. Hey Jim. And so she, I think she's still kind of, I think that was Sunday, so her knees are still kind of bothering her a little bit. And the last time she remembered her knees kind of giving her that kind of pain was when we did Relay for Life, and we did all night, and we walked around on concrete, and so the next day or so, her knees were kind of giving her a fit. So a lot of it is, I'm not gonna lie, a lot of it is our age, but a lot of it is just the continual wear and tear on our joints and so forth. Concrete is not a friend of ours, so when you're doing something on concrete, like jogging, walking, working, standing, for warehouse workers where they're on concrete constantly. I know I was having issues with my lower back and knees and feet and stuff like that. And I was younger, I was back, that was back in the day, when I worked at Random House, and I worked at Opera House Printing Company, collating, thank God I don't do that labor work anymore. But anyway, so concrete is not a friend regardless of how old you are, but as we get older and we're running on concrete and so forth, yes, that can actually, do some damage or kind of continue, we can't bounce back as quick because we're older or whatever. So, one of the things, Laurie, or whoever else is experiencing this, just knee pain in general, she's kind of narrowed it down. So that would be my one thing, is kind of narrow down what your knee pain is, when you have it. Sometimes, at our age, it's arthritis. But the key with arthritis, and I have a couple of, older people that have arthritis kind of in almost every joint. Hello. They, moving is key, for arthritis. I know a lot of times people, they don't want to move because it's painful. But, and again, I'll tell you, arthritis to your joints, knees, elbows, whatever it is like rust to a door hinge. So, the less you use that door, the more rustier it's going to get, and the harder it's going to be, the initial opening of that door. So if you keep kind of opening and closing that door, kind of working the rust off of the hinge, so that's kind of what you want to do with your joints. So, like I said, I've, some of my clients that have a lot of arthritis in their knee joints, we'll do leg extensions to work through that. We'll work through a limited range of motion. So if the range of motion is from here to there, if, wherever the pain is, we will work within the range, and then the next set we might be able to get a little bit more range, a little bit more range. So the key is with arthritis in the joints is to actually keep things moving. Water, 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 that is a lubricant, for things like that. But Laurie, another thing too, I know you have a gym at the house, and you have a gym here, so, but sometimes I'm not in here when you are working out in here, or if you're doing some weight training at home. So one key thing I would tell people if they're having knee issues, especially a kind of pounding from running, if you want to continue the running, find softer surfaces like school tracks that have that rubberized kind of thing. I wouldn't suggest grass per se, because you know, I mean, if it's grass, like if it's, you know, you're running in a yard or a field or something, you can have bumps and hills and you don't know it because the grass is all even, but the, you know, the grass might be taller in that one area because there's a hole there, and you go step and you're going to twist your ankle. So I wouldn't recommend grass per se, but, you know, like school tracks. Hey, Rachel. And Rachel can chime in too, because Rachel's a marathon runner and she's got some aches and pains. You know, but so, you know, forgiving surfaces, treadmills are, you know, most times with the deck and everything, they're forgiving surfaces. The school tracks are, you know, rubberized, but I know like when you're doing 5Ks, 10Ks, marathons, you're running on roads or concretes or stuff like that. So another major key thing that I would personally say is if you're not doing weight training as far as like leg extension, leg curls, you know, you need to get those muscles around the knee stronger so that the muscles can be like the shock absorber instead of the knee joint taking all of that, the brunt and all of that. So, you know, Laurie, if you're watching or whenever you're watching, and hold on, oh, Rachel said something good. So, so Laurie, if you are watching, you know, and again, like I said, like sometimes I don't see you when you're in the gym and sometimes you do your weight workouts at home, but definitely focus on leg extensions, you know, try and get the muscles, you know, strong around those knees so that the muscle is absorbing instead of the knee. And I know, like I said, with, you know, marathons and 5Ks, 10Ks and all that stuff, when you're running those races, you can't choose the ground that you walk on or run on or whatever, so it's kind of chosen for you. But, you know, maybe also, Rachel, correct me if I'm wrong, but, you know, I would say, you know, maybe if you're going to do a race, and you know you're thinking that ground is going to cause some knee issues, maybe take some ibuprofen beforehand, you know, that kind of thing. But so I'm going to take a break from there and I'm going to look at what Rachel, because Rachel is in the Army. Yeah, that's my cousin, and she runs marathons and she tries to do a marathon in every state. I don't know how many states have you done, Rachel, running marathons? So that's crazy. Like she'll just go pick up and I feel like I want to run a marathon, and she'll just go run a marathon. Like, ew, who does that? My cousin does that. But so Rachel says, learn to run barefoot, no aches and pains anymore. So she says it took 9 months to learn, but no injuries for the past year. So that could be another thing. You and me battle, Rachel, with that barefoot thing. I don't agree with it. However, it has worked for you, and that just might be something, I don't know. I'm not a runner, so boom. But you know, that might be another thing too, is maybe get up, hey, Laurie, maybe I did a whole shit ton of things, now you come in. So you might have to rewind and watch back the other stuff. But another thing too is if you're going to continue to do races and marathons and all that stuff, you know, maybe, you know, like some advice from Rachel is learn how to run. You know, like she knows how to run. She's done it for umpteen thousand years. I'm telling your age. But, you know, maybe, you know, like, what is that one, Rachel, if you're still watching, Westminster Run something or other, you know, they kind of teach you how to run. There's places, there's coaches that teach you how to run, how to put your foot down so that those things don't happen. You know, and I know, Rachel, you use those toe shoes things, like I don't even know what the heck they're called, but they're like, they seemingly show no support, but you said you love them and everything, but they're like the shoes that look like feet, and you stick your foot in it and run on that. But so let's see, Rachel, I used to take ibuprofen before races, don't need to now, 25 marathons or more. So she said 25 marathons or more. So like I said, and 25, who does that? 25 marathons, 25 times 26, I can't even do the math. But that's like driving to New York and maybe halfway back. I'll drive. Like, I'm not running that much. Rachel says also, if God wanted our heels lifted, he would have lifted them. Shoes ruin your feet. I wear ultras No, not toe shoes. Okay, so ultras, maybe check that out, Laurie. Ultras, I don't know. Like, I'm not a runner. I mean, I know how to help with pain and so forth, and kind of work around the pain, work within the range, and, you know, help make things stronger so that we hope eliminate. But if it's like the running things that might be causing it, or, you know, like I said, if it's the surface, then obviously you want to choose a different surface. But if it's races and so forth that you can't help but use the surfaces that they run the race on, you know, maybe try, you know, learning how to run, you know, like Rachel runs on her toe. Like she actually did. And I remember her saying, like, she's learned, like, it's not like we walk heel toe, but you don't run that way. So there's like an actual way to actually run. Maybe Rachel, maybe one day we can do a video where you can show and teach us how to run. Well, teach them, because I don't run. I'm lucky if I run from here to my car anyway, because I hate running. You know, Margie tuned in, so I don't know, Margie, if you have any aches or pains when you're running, and, you know, so maybe we could do a video, Rachel, so PM me, and maybe we can do like a teaching 101 how to run, and everything. I can do that. Yes, I love it. Rachel, love you. Ray Dub, see, we call her Ray Dub because Ray, and then her last name is Walter Dub. W. Anyway, I'm stupid, so whatever. But Laurie, I hope that helps. You know, so maybe we can, you know, teach you how to run. One thing. Gotta run. Okay, love you, Rachel. Bye. Have a good day. Who is it? Hoorah? I think, I can't remember. I'm bad when it comes to like those military, like hoorah and hoo-ha and all that stuff. But anyway, love ya. Smooches. So, you know, learn how to run. Maybe it's the shoes, you know, like I said, because if you can't change the surface, obviously, if it's a race, you gotta run where it's at. You know, maybe take the ibuprofen before. Rachel said that she's done that. That has helped. But now, because she's learned how to run and she wears those ultras, and I don't know what they are, but maybe somebody can Google that, or maybe Laurie, if you're still watching, you know, Google the ultras and see what that is, you know. So a lot of times, you know, it is the surface. A lot of times it's, you know, muscle lack, you know, so I would definitely do some, you know, leg strengthening, like, you know, knee, leg extensions and leg curls and that kind of thing to strengthen muscles around the knee so that the knee doesn't take the shock. You know, so that the muscles absorb that shock. So, you know, shoes, strengthening the muscle, learning the proper way to run, and of course surfaces, if you can, you know, forgiving surfaces, if you can choose those, unless it's a race. So, Laurie, I hope that helped. I hope that helped. You know, Margie, she's a runner. She runs all the time. I see like her little map my run things and everything, so she's kicking it, doing all that stuff. And God bless you all that run, because like I said, I do my 4-minute Tabatas, and that's all I do. 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off. I do it at 9 miles an hour, but I no, like distance, no, not doing it. So I hate running. I hate working out. I hate cardio. I hate it all, but I do it because I have to, and I should, and it makes me feel better once I'm done. Right? So I hope that helped, Laurie. I hope that helped any other person, you know, watching that does run, that does experience any kind of, you know, joint pain in their knees or hips or something like that. Maybe it is just the way you're running. You know, maybe we can change the shoes and change the strokes on the ground to help eliminate those pains. And a little ibuprofen beforehand, maybe not, wouldn't hurt if you can take it. If you can take it, consult your physician. Don't take it and then have something happen and then come back on me. I said consult your physician if you need to in taking ibuprofen, right? So, you know, I'm gonna leave you with, be kind. Times are tough. Times are rough. There's a lot of hate out there, but there's a lot of love. So, you know, I'm going to practice love. I'm going to spread love. I'm going to practice kindness. I'm going to spread kindness. If it's something that I don't want, I'm not going to speak about it. You know, so, I mean, please try that. Please try to spread love and spread kindness. You know, I mean, I see people on you know, Facebook, they're getting fed up with it all, and they're, you know, but they're still kind of feeding into it, right? So when you feed into it, like even though even if you're saying, you know, stop this, and I'm getting so tired of that, and I'm getting so tired of that, you're fueling it. You're fueling even more for people to come in and, you know, just be negative. And it is kind of, in the sense, even though you're trying to be positive and trying to like express and explain, even though you're saying I'm tired of this and I'm tired of that, it's still kind of feeding into like negativity. So speak, instead of saying I'm tired of this, just speak what you want. You know, you want people to be kind, you want people to love, you want people to be happy and laugh and whatever. So speak only the things that you want. What you speak about, you bring about. What you think about, you bring about. What you think about, you bring about. So, you know, if it's something that you do want, preface it with, and if you can't finish the sentence by saying, how do I want to say this? Like, so if you say I do, like always say I do, I am in front of whatever you want to say. So if you say I do or I want, fill in the blank. If you can't say what you want to say, like a lot of times people say, I don't want hate, you're going to bring hate. All that it hears is hate, right? So speak what you want. So instead of saying, I don't want this, say, I do want whatever it is. So instead of saying, I don't want hate, say, I want love. If people are being rude, don't say, I don't want rudeness, because that's what you're going to bring about, rude. Say, I want kindness. Okay? So please, you know, and I know I kind of went off a little, off the tip and onto a little bit of the soapbox, but I'm very concerned for people. I'm very concerned for people's tempers and hearts and stress levels and everything. And it's a hard time for everybody. So the secret, that's what I'm saying, Laura. That's what I'm saying. The secret. If I could get paid on how many times I say the secret, I would love to be an endorser for the secret, but I don't get paid for it. But I'm telling you, since April, I have listened to the secret on my iPhone, and I was just listening to it yesterday. I was listening to it a couple of times yesterday, and you know, again, I got my little gratitude rock pebble thing in my pocket. You know, it works. And if you're feeling any kind of down or whatever, grab the secret. Get it on your phone, listen to it. It's going to change your life, and it's going to teach you to speak only the things that you want. So please speak love, peace, kindness, and follow through with those things, right? So stay in tune, stay informed, stay motivated. Bye.